the woman gently hugged her brother whom she hadn't seen in 3 years. But, unexpectedly, the CEO misunderstood and thought she had betrayed him. The next day, the woman was thrilled to discover she was pregnant with twins. She was overjoyed and wanted to share the good news with the CEO, but to her surprise, he coldly demanded that she abort the children, saying that he already had the child of the scheming woman. Upon hearing this, the woman was stunned. She couldn't believe that the man she loved deeply had betrayed her. She was instantly filled with confusion and helplessness. Her emotions spiraled out of control, and she began showing signs of a miscarriage. The nurse quickly came to calm her down, but the woman ignored the nurse's advice, insisting on confronting the CEO directly. However, an accident occurred. She overheard a conversation between the CEO and the scheming woman in the next room. They were there for a prenatal checkup. Furious, the woman wanted to rush in and hit the CEO, but since it was her mother-in-law's birthday, she had no choice but to go to the birthday banquet with anger and frustration. But her mother-in-law treated her coldly. Despite this, the woman still prepared a luxury bag worth millions of dollars for her mother-in-law, but her mother-in-law didn't even look at it, and bluntly called it a fake. The woman hurriedly tried to explain, but her mother-in-law still didn't believe her, even mocking her, saying someone of her low status didn't deserve to be her daughter-in-law. The guests started to agree. Some even said only someone as beautiful as the scheming woman could be worthy of the CEO. But what they didn't know was that the woman in front of them was the sister of the world's richest man. To the CEO, her brother was nothing. Just as the woman was about to reveal her prominent identity, the CEO suddenly appeared and pulled her aside, saying he hoped she would join him at the fashion show hosted by her brother. But the woman immediately exposed him, asking if he was trying to rekindle his old flame with the scheming woman. Seeing him stay silent, the woman could no longer suppress her anger, and immediately demanded a divorce. However, in the CEO's eyes, it was the woman who had betrayed him first, and now she was blaming him. So, the CEO made an excessive demand that she wouldn't be allowed to take anything from the house. Seeing how heartless the CEO was, the woman, completely disillusioned, took off her clothes, removed the jewelry the CEO had given her, and even took off her shoes, returning them along with the wedding ring. The CEO coldly left with the scheming woman, ignoring his mother's insults toward the woman. However, after the emotional shock, the woman suddenly felt a sharp pain in her abdomen, and soon, bright red blood began to flow. The excruciating pain almost caused her to faint. Luckily, her brother arrived just in time after hearing the news. The woman used the last of her strength to tell her brother to take her away. By the time the CEO's family came after them, the woman and her brother had already left the place. However, they were shocked to find that her brother's license plate number was the same as that of the local richest man's car. It turned out the woman came from a wealthy family. It was because the CEO had once saved her life that she married him to repay the debt, and used her family connections to support his company. But what she got in return was the CEO's ruthless abandonment, and even lost the child in her womb. Thankfully, her two brothers and father had always been by her side. Under their careful care, the woman slowly regained her confidence. Her brother even threw a grand birthday celebration for her. Until one day, the woman attended a local aristocratic banquet, and coincidentally ran into the CEO. At that moment,